Hello, sir. Good afternoon, and welcome to the IIM Visakhapatnam podcast, VPod. And today we have Mr. Bhavesh Chelani, MD and CEO of Santhusthi Shakes and Dessertino. So, welcome on board, sir. Welcome, and we are glad that you came for this podcast. Thank you so much. Please, can you elaborate more onto yourself and how did you plan to start your own desert land, Dessertino? Can you please elaborate on that?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Bhavesh Chelani. Thank you, Rajat, for giving me such wonderful opportunity to just share my thoughts and learn something from what you have been sharing it here in the podcast. We started way back in 2009. It was started by the co-founder and my brother, Mr. Sunil Chelani. He actually started working in an ice cream parlor at the age of 13 years. He worked there for 10 years, learned the tricks of the trade, and started with a small shop of around 150 square feet in Rajkot. That's where it all started. Um, then, somehow, somehow it happens that a person who is always into it,
Yeah.
whatever miracle and magic he's creating, you come to know when people start talking about it. So
Yes, right.
from 2009 to 2012, the kind of magic which he created, he became the on the top of the tongue of all Rajkotians that look something he's doing something different.
Okay.
That's how Sunil with his venture Santhusthi, he started creating that amazing products with his personal hospitality.
Nice.
And against all those players which were there since almost more than 40 years,
Hmm.
he became to be known and talk of the Rajkotians, something youthful, something
Nice.
different, something
Yeah.
out of the whole,
Yes.
queue, something standing out completely with the taste, with the quality, with the value for money.
Hmm.
It came up as a unique concept in Rajkot, and that's where it started gaining a lot of fame.
Great, great.
2012, it came to Baroda, and the growth is in front of the whole
Great. Your,
world.
your journey has been very great, sir. To the first generation entrepreneurs, I guess you are, and to reach to the level where you are giving TEDx speaks. So, what were the major challenges which you faced in your early stage of startups, and how did you cope up with them?
Um, mainly you listen the typical answers to this question.
Yeah.
People think that capital is a major challenge. Actually,
Yeah.
capital is not a challenge.
Yeah. Right.
The challenge somehow is, igniting your own decision making and your own
Right.
vision.
Absolutely.
कई बार हमें खुद जो हमें करना है वो हमें ही इग्नाइट करना पड़ता है. Capital, resources, place, all of these are actually, secondary requirements.
Yeah. Right. So you.
And I think we should be, हमें जो करना है उसके बारे में हमें खुद पर कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए कि ये हो जाएगा. And then you keep finding the challenges which you yourself only would be able to address them. Nobody from the outside would address it first.
Right. Right.
The first time solution will come from your within. So I think
Exactly.
challenges के सामने हमें खुद का रास्ता खुद के विजन से ही मिल जाता है कि अगर हमें ये करना है तो that means इसका रास्ता ये है और फिर उस पर हम चलते जाते हैं.
Right, sir.
So
Absolutely. So you
so
just
so that's how it is.
converted your vision into reality, and that's a very great thing. It's inspiring a lot of us. And something which I want to ask you is that how do you make your decisions? Like, you're a kind of person who listens to your heart and try different things, or you're a person who is into technical datas like finances or marketing or how much market is there. So what kind of decisions you take in certain situations? Can you please elaborate on?
Uh, Yeah, I think it's very important question. And the situation in which I am as of now to reply to you to this question is very close to my heart. See, I have learned one story,
Hmm.
and that story is something like this: that when a bird
Okay.
is sitting on a branch,
Right.
hmm, even if that branch is going to break in a while,
Hmm.
that bird doesn't know, and the bird is not sitting on that branch, trusting on that branch. The
Yeah.
bird is sitting on that branch, believing in his own capabilities to fly in case if the branch breaks.
Right, right, definitely.
So this is the difference. There are situations, there are circumstances, there are, surroundings.
Mm.
You may or may not trust on them.
Yeah,
But we should be able to be
trust
trusting
in
on
yourself.
on our own capabilities and our own wisdom, that in case if the branch breaks, you should be in a position to fly and take your own way.
Right, definitely.
So so for me, the decision making is your own wisdom,
Yes.
and a leader one very important task for a leader is to take a decision. You may not always take a right decision, of course, but if you don't take a decision, that is even worse than I mean, taking a decision and failing in it. Because if you take a wrong decision, you're definitely going to have some learnings which you are going to implement for your time to come. But not taking a decision and taking a step back is something which is, something like miserably failing in an entrepreneurship journey. So at least take a decision, fail, so that at least you learn some kind of a crux out of it, which can help you
Yeah,
to
right, definitely.
in your next step of your journey.
So
So
yeah,
I think taking a call, whether it is right or wrong, is a secondary
it's
thing.
a secondary
Take a
thing.
call, take a
You should
decision,
first,
stand by it,
yeah,
work upon it, be
yeah.
onto it, and learn from it. That is something which
You
I
should
always do it in
you
my
should
decision
first
making.
believe in yourself and your passion. You should be
Yes,
confident
yes,
about the
yes,
idea which you are implementing, and that is it.
yes, yes. I
We
think
would like,
that is the preliminary prerequisite
yeah,
for
right.
any decision maker to work.
Thank you. And sir, we would like to come to the last question, which is very close to us students. That can you give some tips or something which how did you, what advice would you give to the aspiring entrepreneurs? There are a lot of students in MBA. In IIM Visakhapatnam also we have certain initiatives the college has taken, incubator centers and all. So there are a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs. What advice would you give them to take to become a successful entrepreneur or a successful businessman?
So, a couple of things I would say. First of all, I am Vishakhapatnam. I know they've been doing fantastic activities, and the way I'm learning from you, they're absolutely
Yeah.
very good for the budding entrepreneurs. Something which I would quote here to all the budding entrepreneurs is number one, keep updating and upgrading yourself.
Okay.
I mean, today, even the app, which is a non living thing,
Yeah.
is updated time and again.
Right.
So we are the living human beings which are always prone to do mistakes.
Right.
And that is why we have to keep updating ourselves and don't make comparisons. I mean, yes, you look at the successful entrepreneurs, but don't try to be that. Try to be
Yeah.
your better version.
Right.
I mean, if I become a better Bhavesh Chelani tomorrow, I think I can win the world. बट इफ आई
Right.
कंपेयर कि यार मुझे रतन टाटा साहब के जैसे बनना है या मुझे मुकेश अंबानी सर से
Right.
जैसे बनना है आई हाईली रिस्पेक्ट देम आई रीड अबाउट देम आई लर्न अबाउट द वे दे टेक डिसीजंस एवरीथिंग विल हेल्प मी नॉट टू बिकम रतन टाटा सर और मुकेश अंबानी सर दे विल अल्टीमेटली are helping me to become my own
My
better version.
better man. Right.
So
Absolutely.
I think one thing is to update and upgrade on everyday basis.
Right.
We should try become our own better versions
Okay.
and dare to fail. मतलब फेलियर से घबराना नहीं है. अगर हम
Yeah.
बिजनेसमैन हैं तो हम
Right.
गलती करेंगे ही करेंगे.
Right.
मतलब इफ यू डेयर टू फेल, आई मीन इफ यू रियली बिकम कॉन्फिडेंट कि मुझे आज एक गलती तो करनी है,
Right.
इसलिए नहीं कि मुझे गलती करनी है, बट आई वांट टू डू अ मिस्टेक बिकॉज आई वांट टू लर्न आउट ऑफ इट. Every
Right.
entrepreneurial journey is unique in its own way, for its own character, for its own features of the business which they continue doing it in that journey of entrepreneurship. उसको हम किसी के साथ कंपेयर नहीं कर सकते, बट टेकिंग डिसीजंस यू बिल्ट अप योर ओन जर्नी, योर ओन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ हैंडलिंग योर ओन बिजनेस, और उसके लिए हमें गलती करनी ही पड़ेगी. अगर आप
Yeah.
जितनी कम गलतियां करें उतना अच्छा है, बट हम गलती
Right.
ना
Right.
करें और हम ग्रो हो, ऐसा नहीं हो
We'll
सकता.
definitely learn from
डोंट
mistakes.
फियर फ्रॉम द मिस्टेक्स,
Yeah.
बी प्राउड ऑफ द मिस्टेक्स,
Yeah.
लर्न फ्रॉम इट, इम्प्लीमेंट इट एंड एंश्योर दैट यू डोंट रिपीट इट. अगर यहां
Yeah.
तक
Right.
हमने कर दिया तो आई थिंक स्टेप बाय स्टेप मुझे लगता है,
We'll
आई
grow.
थिंक वी स्केल अप,
Yeah.
वी
Right.
ग्रो. There are people who
Definitely.
trust
Definitely.
your vision. The investors, they trust your vision. उनको नहीं पता है आप बिजनेस में क्या करते हैं, पर वो ये देखते
Yeah.
हैं कि आप कितने कॉन्फिडेंटली अपने विजन को आगे ले जा सकते हो.
Right. Definitely.
And they are always there to invest in your ideas, in your business. So I think this is all I would like to tell all the
Yeah,
budding
that
entrepreneurs.
was a very great advice, sir. That was a very, very great advice. Like you have been always inspiration to me, or sometimes a mentor as well. I definitely look up to you. And
I'm honored and
thank
humbled.
you. Thank you for all these insights, and thank you for joining us in this podcast.